Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. We are just in the kitchen here real quickly. I'm going to show you what I do with bananas when they decide that they're too past the good eating stage. And these are sitting on the counter looking like this. And so what I like to do is I like to go ahead and wrap them in cellophane, and then I put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer for smoothies, or if I decide to make banana bread. So this is what I'm doing this morning. I just got done packaging up 2 18 packs of eggs to go to the farm stand. And Missy Rumor's got a vet appointment this afternoon. We've got to clean stalls. Got all kinds of things to do. But I wanted to start here and get this done because these bananas are crying out for help to either eat them or do something with them, and we don't like to waste around here, so we are going to get these in the freezer to eat at a later date. Banana peels are really good for our gardens, so these banana peels are actually going to go to the chickens, which in the end goes to the compost pile and then ultimately ends up back into the garden. So we're not going to throw the peels away. Oh no, that was my last strip of cellophane. So see if I can, I don't know if I can span this the whole way. We'll see how many we can get. I try not to use a lot of, I try to be aware of plastic use. I'm not saying that I don't use it, obviously, because I do use a lot of it, but I try to be aware where I can. So I'm not just going to use a whole bunch of cellophane for these. I am going to try to use as little as possible. And so basically I'm just going to wrap that one once, and then it can go ahead and wrap the next one once. I have 4 dogs behind the camera waiting for a piece of banana. So it does look like we'll only be saving 3. We will do a snack time with some bananas here. Uh-oh. Bananas are kind of slippery, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but that is okay. So we'll seal up the edge, and that is perfect. We have 3 bananas, and we can unravel them each as we use them if we're using them for smoothies. Of course, if I'm using them for banana bread, I'll probably just use them all at once. But if I'm doing them with smoothies, then I can just unroll one at a time. And then we'll just put it in a plastic baggie. The other thing that's nice about this is when I pull them out of the freezer, I can reuse this plastic bag because there's nothing touching it. It's just an extra layer of protection against the freezer for these bananas. I'm gonna go see if I have more cellophane. First, let's see about a little banana snack time for the ones who are behind me. You ever had banana before? You gonna come over for a snack, old lady? lady? Okay, well, apparently bananas are not high on the list of things to love. Rumor and Epi were the only two that really like gobbled them down. Hops did finish his, but Rescue and Shorty said no thanks. I'll figure this out. Let's put it in here. Got to be smarter than the mechanism. There we go. Sometimes that's a task for me. I am not the sharpest crayon in the box. But I have a really big heart that makes up for it. So, alright, there we go. I'm not sure if you guys have ever wondered. I'm kind of weird. Like, I'm oddly not a super clean freak. Like, dust being on a table doesn't really bother me. It's just part of farm life. I'm actually looking at a table right now that desperately needs to be dusted. But I do like things in their place. I like everything to have a place. And so I am kind of an organization person. So in case you've ever wondered where all of my wax paper, cellophane, and things go and how I have them organized, I'll show you. So this is, we have two drawers here, and this is right underneath the coffee station in our kitchen, and that beautiful countertop that Mr. Wonderful made. And this is basically like my Tupperware lid and, you know, container thing station. So all of my lids are in here. I got these at Beal's or Bales, however you like to say it. It's a store that we have in the South. It's a lot like Ross or TJ Maxx. And I love it for my lids. And then this is just the bag that these are my Benetton basket and bowl when I'm making sourdough covers. And so I just kind of left them in this bag because I didn't really have anywhere for them. And then we have two, there's sandwich bags and quart-sized bags. And then foil, which right now I just have a great big roll of foil, so the foil is empty and not in here. We just refilled that and put it in here. This is actually my heating pad. I have a bunch of these that I'm not really sure if I love them or not, but this is where they ended up. My scoring knife is in here. My parchment paper is in here. It doesn't really have a home. My Ziploc bags are in here. And these are my extra razors for my lame for my scoring knife, and then air fryer liners are in here. And on the drawer underneath is where all the Tupperware is, which admittedly we don't have a lot of like Tupperware things because we use mason jars for a lot of stuff. If I can store it in a mason jar, I will. I'm a bit of a mason jar freak. And we have a lot of like glass bowls and things that come with lids, Pyrex dishes that have lids, and so a lot of our stuff gets stored in that. And there is only two of us, so I try to not, I do meal prep, but I try to meal prep in a conscious way of what can we actually eat. And so we don't really have a lot of stuff in Tupperwares in the fridge at any given time unless it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas or a big event or we have guests or something like that. And I periodically go through my Tupperware drawer, and if I don't have a lid to it, or if a lid doesn't have a partner, they're gone. I don't keep, you know, just lids around or bowls that don't have lids and, you know, Tupperware just because. I don't keep it around. We've done that and I'm over it. When I moved to this house, one of my goals was to try to be less clutter, and we have a much smaller kitchen, and so I try really hard to actively keep the clutter out of my kitchen. Okay, you guys, so it's super windy out here, but we are gonna head out and get some chores done outside. horses got a box. These are Chance's vitamin E pellets. Hello, kids. How are we? Who wants to go outside in the wind? This is going to be fun. Over here and make sure that they have water and they're good. They can enjoy their day out on pasture. What little pasture there is, but outside, at least in the sunshine. It's supposed to get to be like 54 degrees today and the wind's blowing, and so it'll be a great day for them to be outside. Look at Miss Maggie. So majestic. Pretty old lady. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. And this is exactly why I put hay out for them. They went right up to snacking on some hay instead of being down eating acorns. 2 of them already have decided to go up and eat hay. am going to go in and do feeds before I do stalls. I've kind of had to change up my routine a little bit. I've had a bit of a bum shoulder, and so I've been trying to do feeds. Well, I haven't been trying. I'm going to try to do feeds first thing in the morning for the nighttime and for the next morning, so that way, if by the middle of the day I'm down, which has been pretty common for me if I get off work from grooming dogs, or if I'm off grooming like today, usually by mid-afternoon my shoulder is done and I need to be resting, and so that way the feeds for dinner is already made up and Mr. Wonderful can just grab buckets and go. They get a lot, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but that is one of I imagine the struggles for him, being gone 6 months out of the year, and I'm taking care of the horses all summer, and I'm pretty much in charge of all of the horse care as far as supplements and grains and all that. And then he comes home and he doesn't know what the plan is, and he doesn't know what the changes have been from when the vet came in the middle of summer and changed up some supplements, and so even though I have everything written down on a whiteboard, he just kind of looks at it, and it's kind of overwhelming. So one of the things I'm going to try to do to help him out, because he wants to help me out, is have the grains already made up, and that way he can just grab and go with the buckets, and not have to worry about if he gave the right supplements or not. And then that way I also make sure that the horses are getting what they need and everybody's happy, because I'm a little OCD. I'm not afraid to admit it. When it comes to my animals, I am a double-bladed helicopter. Got my little pieces of paper that has everybody's name on them. Oops. I don't screw them up. Okay. All right, you guys, all the dinners are made up for the horses, and I am going to go out and try to get some stalls cleaned. I thank you guys for stopping in and saying hi to me today. I hope you're having a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.